Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Bayern Farm. Alright, so last episode I mentioned that we were going to deal with this problem of lack of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into our Kenworth and we're going to go down to the BGA and sell a bit of our silage. Now, I mentioned I don't normally do a lot of this, and we probably won't do a lot of this once we get our feet on the ground a bit more. But we're at a stage now where it's going to be helpful for us to get a little bit more money so we can pick up a manure spreader basically. So where did our Ford go? I bet you the Ford's like launched into space somewhere. Oh goodness. Need to try and find him because he was just right on that silage pit. Where is he? Yeah, see, he's way over here. Oh, that's the problem with this. With leaving it like this sometimes. Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know why it does that. It always seems to like really want to like go all over the place. Luckily, these trees, you can just drive straight through them without a problem. That does make our life a lot easier. So, but it just doesn't like being in the silage bunker very often. Well, it makes sense to a certain degree, but it's kind of annoying at the same degree because you want to be able just to leave the vehicle in there, but can't say it's the first time I've had this problem before, so. Ooh, there we go. Now remember, this isn't quite a full load yet, so we're going to need to, well, we'll probably get more than enough money. We don't need like $1,000, $2,000 basically. Like, we don't need very much, so. Basically, once we get that money, we'll be able to get that liquid slurry tank, and hopefully our pigs produce enough slurry for us to use on our field. Somehow, I doubt it's going to be 100% fertilized, but at least it'll be partially. So that will be a good thing to do. Oh my goodness, this works so much better with the Bobcat. Oh, there it goes. That's better. Perfect. Look at that. Almost all of it. Beauty. Alright, so let's drive this tractor out of here. Let's just place down this right over here in the side. And keep it out of the way from everything. Hopefully it'll stay still this time. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to take our... Whoops. We're going to take our Kenworth down to the BGA. Sell this silage. And then we are going to, oops. Then we're gonna get that liquid slurry tank, and hopefully we will get enough money so we can actually fertilize our field for once, actually, because we have not fertilized this field. Some of it's starting to grow, as you can see, which is good and bad, I suppose. But we haven't fertilized it yet, so. So once we actually get the fertilizer spreader, we actually will only need to make a small little course using courseplay, and then fertilize the rest of it. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't know why I always head north, but it just seems to be a habit. Head north first and then find the BGA from there. I don't know. It works. It seems to work well enough, I guess. Maybe if I don't know. You'd think I'd have the course memorized by now. I could always record a courseplay course to do it, I suppose. That could work, actually, yeah. But that would mean... I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. Well, all you'd really have to do is just set up the course and then set, like, wait points, so then it would just stay waiting at those specific points as opposed to just continuously going in a loop. But... might take a little bit of extra effort, I suppose, but definitely doable. Nice sip of coffee there. It's crazy. I've been making, normally we grind our own coffee here. So we'll buy like whole beans and we'll grind them up every single time we have coffee, basically. But the other day, I don't know, last a week or two ago, we weren't close to a grocery store and we needed coffee, so we got coffee from like a store you wouldn't normally get coffee from, basically, and we just got like a tin of coffee. and I can't believe the difference between the coffee we have from the tin versus the stuff we grind up. No, you know what? We don't necessarily get fancy whole beans. We actually get beans just from the grocery store, and they're not terribly fancy, but the taste difference is phenomenal. It's just ridiculous how much more flavor is in the stuff where you grind it yourself. It's crazy. So I wish this little place right there worked. It makes so much sense that it actually would work like that, but like I tried with the hay, I think, and it didn't work either. So we just gotta edge it a little bit back here. I know it's a little silly that I have to do this, but at least allows us to sell it using a tipper. Now I probably couldn't courseplay that just because the way you have to position the vehicle itself. So that is something to consider. All right, so let's head back to our farm. And what we'll do is we have $26,000, which is more than enough to get our liquid manure spreader, which will give us the chance to actually fertilize our fields for once. Which is good. Oh, this is going into town. I didn't want to go into town, because that usually happens because the roads are all bumpy here. And this particular truck doesn't work very well in that situation. Oh well. I suppose I could have used the Crass, but the problem with that one is it's not necessarily powerful enough for some of the stuff. I don't know. Like I think it was fine with this trailer, but if I were to put like the what's it called, the corn husker on it, we'd probably have a pretty big problem trying to pull that through the town basically. So yes, car, go slow as you want to. Jeez. You think they would speed up after having a semi behind them, but apparently not. Well, that was a little bit of a detour, apparently. Like a little detour through town to get, I don't know. I was going to say to get you going, but it really doesn't make any sense. To get you excited about farming. There we go. That makes sense. Alright. It's funny, this hill right here slows this truck down, even though this truck does like almost 100 kilometers an hour. Is that the turn? Yes. Let's take us back to our house. I don't know why. I never exit the farm this way, but I can always find my way back easily enough. Never makes sense. Alright, so let's buy that liquid manure tank because we need that. I guess we'll just park this here for the time being. There we go. Alright, let's just take a quick peek. I believe the Abbey manure pack was what we're looking at. Let's just take a quick peek here. Tractors, Gildner, no, nope. Oh. It'd be nice if we could just search for things. Alright, so that's solid manure. We need this. So there's this possibility at 13,000. And then the next one is 25. We actually could get this one, but our tractor's not powerful enough, so never mind, we can't. What else? Other options do we have? That's not, no, can't do that. This is too expensive. No. Yes, we could, but probably not big enough. And our doesn't say how powerful a tractor you need, but I'm pretty sure 150 isn't enough for that either. This, don't know. This has some cool little features. Like this is it will cultivate your field and it'll put manure in the ground, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's get this one, and we'll ask them to deliver it ever so kindly. Thank you. And let's hop into our class here. Don't know why I just pressed Y there in order to start the engine. This tractor, as you know, you actually don't need to hit Y. You just press forward and it starts. Although I keep forgetting that every single time, but you just need to go forward. That's it. Oops, that was a little too close. I just went to line up beside it, but not actually ding it like that. There we go. For those of you who have never seen this, this is the Abbey manure liquid manure spreader. Really nice looking mod. Good flotation tires in the back there. Keeps the pressure off so you don't build too much compaction. I believe I need to put the PTO up. There we go. And it attaches nicely. Look at that. The one downfall of this is that it is loud. Very, very loud. So when this is spraying fertilizer, I will most likely will not stay in the tractor because it's loud. Even to refill this thing, it's really, really loud actually. I don't know why, but it is. And the pigs are right here. Excellent. So what we can do is, I'm just going to, yes, I'll do it like this. Alright, so we already have an outline of the course. So let's just turn this around and we'll do it this way. So, just go start the course there. And do this. And what we want to do is you basically want to, this is the fill course. So all I'm going to do is going to drive it. I think that's for the cows, which that don't produce enough manure yet. Go figure. They're making an elaborate system for your cows, but the cows don't produce nearly enough liquid manure to... oh, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. Let's just see. Is there a gas tank around here somewhere I could fill this guy up? Doesn't look like there is. That's not good. Is there one right there? No. Alright, well, we'll do this then. I may adjust it later on. It may need to be adjusted just based on the way that course was run set up. Alright, so stop. We'll call this, what is the field is this? Field F38 fill slurry. Alright, so what we'll do is this. So reset the course, and we have, apparently I did 39 outline. And I know this spreader is about 15 meters wide, so we'll set it to 14.5. Apparently with the new course play, you can just use your mouse wheel to adjust the width, which is really nice, instead of having to click a bazillion times. So this is the southwest corner. Oops. Southwest, I want to head north. Return to first point, yes. Headland, yes. Generate course, and then F38 fill, combine course. And then I'm going to fill this up with a little bit of slurry. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, but probably should have. And what I'll do is I'll just let's just try this because I'm kind of curious. So I think this little spot right here is a place where I'm supposed to be able to fill up with actually, let's keep this open. I'm supposed to be able to fill up with yes, it is indeed where you can fill up with, and it is for the cows, not the pigs. As you can see, that is loud. So when it's filling up, I am not going to be in that thing. Okay, so that is for the liquid manure. And then, as you can see, we have a little bit of manure here, a solid manure right there. And it missed. It looks like, maybe that's, I'm not sure. Dunger lager. So those two are probably for dry fertilizer. And this one, I think this is for manure. I can't tell. Nothing on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Bella dung. Yeah. Anyways, let's head back to the field quickly here and see how this course works out. I'm more concerned about the filling portion. Oops, apparently I can drive through that. I'm more concerned about the filling portion just because it was a bit finicky there because of that ridge I drove over. So like this little place right here, so you can see it raises up a little bit and it's a little bumpy, so that's what I was concerned about basically with course play. And we're going to find out whether this course is going to function properly or not. Once you get it functioning once, it's perfectly fine. You just let it do its thing, but you still have to babysit to a certain extent, but not nearly as much. Alright, so let's just see. This is the fertilizing course. and set it to maximum speed. So that means that, and we'll change the field speed to 13, and let's just see how this works out. As I said, I'm more concerned about the, which way is it going to go? Let's go. Okay, it does go that way. It's not too bad. It is loud as anything, so I'm just going to get out. Oh, gotta get out of there. Oof, that was close. So he's going to do a headland first, and then he's going to come around, and he should, what we'll do is when he finishes or unloads what he's got there, I'll tag along with him again and see how the refill goes. And if that is fine, we'll just let him roll. Because our pigs produce a crazy amount of liquid manure in comparison to our cows. Still doesn't make any sense. You'd think cows would... Yeah, okay, he's finished already. You think our cows would produce more than our sheep, than our pigs? Apparently not. We don't, like, our sheep don't even produce manure, but they do in real life, of course. All right, let's check this out. All right, this is the first time we're fertilizing this field too, which is kind of pitiful, but it's only the second harvest, I suppose. And we planted canola there, so let's just see how this works out. So he should be able to fill fine. Yes. So that's not the part I'm worried about. I'm worried about what comes after it, because there's this little bump right here. So you can see right there. I can't use anything to point, but he's going to fill that up. That's 13,000 liters. So it may or may not be enough for the whole field, but we'll get a good chunk of it done, I imagine. Okay, so he's full. No problems getting up over that. Does he bounce around a little bit? A little bit, not too much. It's not bad, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. Alright, so let me just hop in here. And let's just save this as F38 fertilizer 15 meters. And once you save a course, it always messes up. I don't know why that does that, but once you save a course, basically the computer is like, oh, you saved the course, I'm not going to work anymore, basically. That's what it boils down to. Well, we got a good little chunk done. That's not too bad. That was only with like 30%, so alright, let's just, there we go, perfect. Now we'll let him do that, which is good, and let's hop into our Ford here. And while our class is doing that, I have a feeling he's going to run out of liquid manure before anything else, which is fine. Now we're going to go cut a bit more grass because actually we can actually make now that I think about it, we can make silage out of that too. I was thinking about that earlier on. I was like, well, this is going to be a little interesting because if we don't make straw, we can't make chaff, which means we can't make silage. But with the system we have now, with this Moco and the forage harvester, we have no problems, basically. Alright, let's just hook up the PTO. Boop, right there. Perfect. And actually what I could do is, let's just do this. So this is the field right here. That's a big dip. Where it would be, let's do this. So I'm just going to record a course here, and this will be the outline of this field. So I'm just going to record a course play course of the outline of this field, basically. And I'm just going to make it straight as possible, basically. Because straight lines are nice. There we go. And let's just aim for something back of the other side. Now this will waste a little bit, but it should make our lives a bit easier in terms of the way it's set up. Alright, let's take a little bit of a turn here. So it's not a square field, but it'll get the job done. I'm just going to call this, I don't know, grass outline. Now let's just double check to see how big this cutter is. I think it's 2 point something meters, 2.8 maybe. Yeah. Alright, so put it in the fieldwork mode. It's let's put it at 2.5. And what corner is this? This is the southwest heading north. Turn to first point, no. Headland, no. Generate course. And we'll call this, I don't know, grass mow. There we go. Let's just see if this works. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we are going to need more grass regardless. I'm just curious as to how it's going to work out. What is it doing? That is north. Didn't I set it for I don't know why it's going like east-west here. Why is it going east-west? Yeah, it definitely is. It's not the way I wanted to go. That's not, it makes no sense at all. Why is it going this way? Alright. Let's just open this again, and then maybe set it to east, west. Let's see where it does, what it does this time. That's strange. Why did it do that? Okay, so there's the first point, I guess. That's weird. Maybe this looks like it's right though. Alright, let's, I'm just gonna wait for a second to see where it's gonna start. Looks like it's gonna start right there in the corner and go straight down. And I think I just need to turn this on. Yeah. And it looks like that'll be okay now. Good. So we'll call that grass mow. I don't know why. This is east-west on this map? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Oh, that was my bad then. Just the way it looked on the map. Alright, alright. Yeah, because I'm just... Yeah, it makes a lot more sense now. Whoops. Alright, so let's just stop the driver for a second and we'll save this as grass mow. Perfect. Nearest point. Let him do his thing. And there we go. It's going to do a huge loop, aren't you? Make it just look silly. And is he going to go over the same stuff? No. Okay. Just that first little bit, apparently. Good. And what I can do is we actually have a little bit of money. Let's go take... While he's doing that, let's take a quick peek at windrowers to see what we have available to us. I know the Crone windrower from NA Modding is a good mod. And I could use that one too, I suppose. Because this is only 10 grand. 30 feet. And I don't think you need a crazy powerful tractor for these. Let's just check. Oh, we do have a motorcycle one. So that's 30 feet. It's 8.5 meters. Yeah, so that needs 70 horsepower. And even that needs 90 horsepower. That's the biggest one, so. And ours isn't quite that big. I forget how much 30 feet is in meters. I think it's 2.2 or something. Or 3. I can't remember. Yeah, so we could definitely, our tractors could definitely use this, no problem. And then what I can do is, if I windrow it as well, it won't be as much fuel cost doing what we're doing. Perfect. While he's doing that, let's go check on this guy. So he has done a little bit. So he's finished this headland, I guess. Yes, it has. And now he's going to turn around. It looks like we're going to get maybe a quarter of the field. Something in that range. Yeah, maybe half. Maybe I can speed him up a little bit. I don't know how fast you'd actually spray liquid manure on the field, but I don't think you'd want to stop in one place for too long, just because if you did, you'd be dropping too many nutrients in one particular spot. And when you went to go check your yield monitor after the fact, when during harvest time, you'd probably have to be a little careful, or you'd have to probably find out where those spots were. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Not just enough space. Yeah, I could probably finish this pass, and maybe that's it. But the pigs do produce quite a bit of liquid manure, so as we get more sheep, we should be fine. But I know he's not going to run away. Don't want to get that in there. As that finishes up, we'll probably get maybe half the field done. That's good. How's this guy doing? Nice straight lines. So this is why I made it just a square. I wasn't too worried about how much we got. More just to make it a nice square. Like if I really would need more grass, I can actually just do it myself. But we don't need a crazy amount of grass, so this is the best bet. And I realize this is supposed to be in field position as opposed to just towing behind this tractor. But when you use course play, this works out a lot better. But it's funny that it does work like this, because you'd think, hey, if I were using a tractor in real life, I would definitely have to put it into a work mode as opposed to just putting it behind. That's probably mechanical reasons as well, but I don't know. Alright, perfect. Let's let him finish up here, because if I don't want to, because what I can do is, no, I guess I can't. I'll have to wait for my my class to be finished there, because this guy can cut, but he can't use their machine. That's a bit annoying, actually. I don't really have too many other, yeah, our class is taking the last of the, so what I'm going to do is going to have to let him just going to send him to drive on here, or I'll have to do it for him. So that's as much fertilizing as we're going to get done, apparently, which is sad, a bit sad, but it's to be expected, I suppose. Didn't expect to have a whole crazy amount, so there we go, perfect. So let's top off that again. So he's at 43%, so how far did he get? If he got a good distance, then what we'll be able to do is just fast forward time. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad at all. Did he get halfway up the field? No. I was hoping for halfway, but I had high hopes, I guess. Yeah, so he finished right there. He's definitely not gonna get much more than that. Maybe he'll finish this pass. Maybe he won't. Oh man. Yeah, but it definitely seems like pigs are the way to go for liquid manure for this map. Because one of our goals was to try and do organic, and if we can, we might as well. We don't have a crazy amount of money either, so if we try to use it for, try to use a little bit of everything, not going to happen. How much milk do we have? Milk tank is 1,800 liters. That's not so bad. And our cows are at 100% productivity already? Oh. Okay. That's good, I guess. I didn't think they would be at that high productivity already. Where's this guy going? Oh man, I don't know what happened there. He totally just drove straight. He's done anyways, mind you, but it's a bit odd. Yeah, the person who made this map did a good job of deciding what things could be collidable and what things couldn't, in terms of trees and whatnot. So, all right, perfect. Now, where is my forage harvester? I think it's up here. And what I can do is I can grab the forage harvester here, and as our Ford is cutting the rest of the grass there, I don't know how far he is. Let's take a quick peek. He is another 300 waypoints to go, so he's probably going to go up and down 2 or 3 more times. But it looks nice and straight, doesn't it? A lot straighter than I would ever be able to do it. Oh man. What I'll do is I'll wait for this guy to finish up, because if I do it before, he is going to terrorize my truck and my other tractor, just based on the way it works. Should I get a windrower and do this? I don't know. I think for now we'll save our money. We'll definitely need to get a windrower at some point. We do actually have 2 fields. Field 26, $84,000 for both of them, and they're way down there. And there is a farm down there that's another dairy farm. So we could sell them and get $160,000. Ooh, that's quite a bit actually. And that, well, could afford us to get another another field, or something else. Because how much is 39? Well, apparently we own 43 too, which is way over here somewhere. 38 is the one we're using right now. 39 is 200,000. Why is that 200,000? That seems really expensive. What about 37? 37 is 500,000. Yikes. What about field 33? Ouch. 32. Wow, those fields are expensive. A lot more expensive than I anticipated. Considering we can sell it for 84,000, but it costs 200. I don't know. I think we're losing money on that deal. Maybe we won't sell those fields. Jeez. Actually, no. Let me just take a quick peek at the map here again. It's down. It's at Schofelding, or is it? What I'm looking for here. This is what I'm looking at. It's down. Yeah, it's down by Schofelding, which I think where the other farm is, and that probably not that much closer to the BGA, especially because you have to go through town. I was thinking maybe if you did the BGA stuff close to there, maybe, but it's not really that much closer. How much is field 17? 125,000. Right there, that little tiny one's 125. Jeez. 121 is 117. So I don't know. Maybe if it's what's he doing? Why is he taking that little bit there? Huh. Maybe if we made lots of money from it, it might be worth it, but I'm not sure right now. So, all right. So what I'll do is I'll stop the episode for now, folks. I'll finish up cutting this grass here, and then I will come back next episode and we will deal with our cows a bit more. And what I'll do is I'll also fast forward time so we get our harvest going as well. Alright, so my name is Ian Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, and this is the Bayern Farm. Catch you guys later.